So, Mr. Davison, now take us to the part of your story where you were broken, where you feel in this life that was your dark era, or that was your moment that you cannot forget even up to date.
So there are some guys, some friends that I trusted with this business. So those guys, they were in Kasumbalesa. Once they sell those fish, then they will send the money back. So what happened? So I don't know what these guys were thinking. You get a point. So that some intentions of, I think, stealing from me. Suicide was the only solution.
And welcome to the Broken to Believe podcast. Your host today is me, Mr. Lebby Jonya, and our guest is Mr. Davison. Mr. Davison, welcome to the Broken to Believe podcast.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate.
Yes.
I'm more than humbled to be hosted by you. It's a pleasure.
Wow.
My name is Davison Vula. I'm married with a beautiful wife.
Okay.
Sure. And I have one son, Jenai Mvura.
Okay.
Sure. So I've been married for 7 years approximately.
Wow.
Sure, sir.
Wow. Okay, can you at least tell us about your childhood, how you grew up, like?
Davison Vula was born in Chiwombo, and I grew up in Mandevu. We had to shift from Chiwombo to Mandevu looking for greener pastures.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, sir. You know, by then life was so pathetic. We were like, no, both parents were like, no, let's shift.
And if you remember, what year was that when you relocated from Chibobo to Mandevu?
It was in 1998.
1998. Okay, but basically, how was life in the home setup? Like, were your mother and father able to provide for you food-wise and maybe clothing? How was it? Shelter?
So to start with, life in Mandevu was so pathetic to an extent whereby sometimes dad couldn't afford even buying us clothes. You get the point. So there was this point in time where my dad decided, pushing a wheelbarrow in order so that he can afford to buy a meal for us. So he used to push a wheelbarrow. By then, the people who stays in Mandevu, I think they might recall this story that I'm about to talk about. There was a time when they used to sell water. I think it was by then 2 kwacha per 20 liter. So my dad used to fetch water from Matero and Liceo in Mandevu. In order so that using a wheelbarrow. That's how life was. Not until we reached to a point where my father had to look for a capital so that my mom could start a business, so that at least they help each other. You get a point. So what happened was mom started selling charcoal. Situations happened whereby the thieves, they had to break into our house. So they had to steal our mom's capital to steal the wheelbarrow that my father used to push by then. So now, a wheelbarrow was the source of income. And life was now very pathetic. My brother, we reached to an extent whereby sometimes we used to go and pick up charcoals. Pick charcoals from the garbages in the we repack them and we go and sell, so that at least we should be also providing at home. So that's how life was in Mandevu. 2001, that's when I started my education at Olofea.
Okay. Where is that school?
It's in Mandevu.
Okay.
Yes. Olofea was a private school and my mother couldn't afford to pay for us and so forth. So I had to go to Mambilima Basic School. That's why I started grade 1. That was
the government school.
government school, 2001. Sure.
The story is interesting.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you know those stories, like just from the childhood, you had to see the other part of life. It's not something easy.
Exactly.
I understand.
Sure.
Okay, so when did you complete your, let's say, primary school from grade 1 to 7? When did you complete?
As I mentioned earlier, I want to say I am coming from a very poor background. So in 2007, I was supposed to write my grade 7 exam. But you know, it was the time where life now was more pathetic. Where I reached to an extent whereby I had to stop going to school. I was just staying home in order to help my mom and
Put
all
something on the table.
on the table and so forth. So I stopped going to school. So now I had that heart of going to school, but we had no source of income so that I can be in class. Not until in 2009, that's when I had to write my grade 7 exam. Because I used to do my piecework and so forth. I used to fetch water, and I used to keep that money so that I can go back to school.
So, I'm very much interested also in knowing what happened next after the Uber was stolen. What did your dad do? Because this was the source of income that he was using,
Exactly.
and now it is stolen. What did he do next?
Okay, so now what happened was after the wheelbarrow was stolen, so there are those big vehicles that brings charcoal in the market.
Yeah, those ones.
So now my dad started working from there,
Flooding.
offloading those charcoals from the vehicle, and they used to pay him, I think, 30 kwacha by then per vehicle. Yes, that's what happened.
But in the future, he did not manage to get another Uber.
So in the future, so he used to keep that money. When he gets that, because he used to knock off sometimes 60 kwacha, 50 kwacha per day. He was keeping that money 30 kwacha per day, not until I think for 6 to 7 months, not until he had to buy another wheelbarrow so that the wheelbarrow can be the source of income again.
So he went back to the same business of selling water.
From there, he did not go back to the same business of selling water. He started now delivering charcoal into people's homes.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Wow. At least this time around, maybe it was a bit profitable than selling water.
Yeah, it was a bit profitable because he reached to an extent whereby he bought almost approximately, I think, 12 wheelbarrows.
So he made a company.
Yeah, so it was like a company.
Wow.
Sure.
That story is
it was more like a company.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow. So, are you able to tell us where he is today, or maybe let me say generally, where are your parents today?
So my parents, they're in Garden House right now. That's where they decide.
Okay.
Sure.
Both of them are.
Both of them, they're alive.
Okay. What are they doing now?
So right now, my father is a bricklayer. My mother, she's still selling charcoal. She's a marketeer.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
She maintained the business.
She maintained the business, exactly.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting deeper into Mr. Davison Mvula's story, and this is the Broken to Believe podcast, where we talk about spirit and soul, the two aspects that God joined to make a human being. And so we're trying to understand different aspects of life. And so these stories are meant to teach one soul out there who is broken that there is still God, and you one day believe that it is because of God that you are still alive, because we pass through a lot in this life. Okay, so Mr. Davis,
Yes, sir.
take us fast forward to your secondary education.
Okay.
Yeah. When did you start your grade 8 and when did you complete grade 12?
Thank you so much, sir. So I started my grade 8 in 2010. That's when I had to start my grade 8. By then, I used to do my small piece of work.
Okay.
So because I had that intentions of going back to school.
Yeah, and that time you used to pay even in government schools, right?
Yeah, we they used to pay in government schools.
Oh wow.
Sure.
Thanks to President HH for bringing free education.
Sure. At least the people out there now they're enjoying.
Yeah, though we are not enjoying ourselves, but maybe you can also bring us free marriage so that at least we benefit. Do you still remember the marks that you scored at grade 7?
At grade 7, yes, I recall.
Yeah. How? What mark did you get? We are interested. I
Yeah,
know we are
interested. Yeah, I sure. The viewers want to know.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was intelligent.
Okay.
I was very intelligent. That's the reason why, when I stated those my small piece of work, I wanted to go back to school. Why? Because I used to see the result that I used
Oh,
to
you
have.
were being encouraged by the
So
results.
I was encouraged by the results to go back to school.
Wow.
So by then I got
Wow.
in grade 7.
That was great.
Sure. So though that's not what I wanted, because I was very intelligent.
Yeah, I know. I get you.
Sure.
Okay, so that is very good. And when you went to grade 8, when did you finally finish grade 12?
So I had to finish my grade 12 in 2014.
Okay.
Yes, in 2014, though I was not impressed by the results, so I had to decide to do GCE.
Okay.
Sure.
Wow. But what happened for you to drop in performance, since you said uh, you knew yourself that you are bright? What happened at grade 12 that made you dwindle in terms of performance?
So what transpired by then was like, in 2011, I shifted from my mom's place. So looking at how life was, how mom used to suffer in order to put food on the table, and how mom used to fight for us and so forth. So because mom, I mean, she had that heart of accommodating everyone home. So we are a lot at home. And looking at those small piece of work that I used to do, at least I used to find the small amount of money to sustain myself.
Okay.
So now I had to look for a house somewhere else, in garden house, and as a caretaker, I used to keep people's house.
Okay.
So I started now staying alone. You know how us men life is when you start staying alone.
Yeah.
So I lost bit concentration at school. Why? Because my intention was to make money.
Oh.
Yeah. So in fact, I was possessed by money. I was influenced by money. So now I lost focus with the things of.
Oh yeah, this actually is what they say. If you're still in school, don't leave your parents, because the moment you do that, the energy will be diverted from school, and now you will be concentrating on other things.
Exactly.
Some people concentrate on making money, some people concentrate on drug abuse, some people concentrate on girls, all sort of things that do not even concern.
Sure.
Yeah, so please take that as an advice from Mr. Davis. He's
Exactly.
saying when he left his parents, his energy diverted.
I think that was a very big move that I made, and I had to regret to say, no, why did I do that? So sometimes I think people out there do not make decisions based on your current situations.
Okay.
Sure. So now when I completed my grade 12, the results was not, I think the results were bad. So I had to look for money. I started looking for money so that I should light, so that in order to maintain my certificate.
Okay.
So now, I started working at a certain security company as a security officer, as a security guard. Sure.
So when you started working as a security guard now, were you earning more money than when you were taking care of people's houses?
Yeah, it was quite different because when I was working as a security officer, we used to get I think 1,200 per month, compared to what I used to get when I used to take care of people's house.
When did you finally succeed in rewriting, and what were the results?
In 2016, I managed to study. I kept a little amount of money, so like I think it's high time, so that in 2016, so that I should relight. So that's when I had to relight, and the results were perfect.
Oh wow,
Sure.
that's
Yeah,
great.
perfect.
So how many subjects did you rewrite?
There were 3 subjects.
3 subjects.
Sure, sure.
Do not be discouraged. If you have failed, go back and rewrite.
Sure, sure.
It can also help.
There's always a second chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a second chance.
Yeah. Okay. So fast forward. How or when did you get married?
So I got married in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, 2016, 2017, 18. Yeah, 2018.
That's 2 years after you rewrote your.
Yeah, after I had to relight my GC, I was like, no, I think considering the plans that I have, I think it's not good now for me to be alone. Like what God said to Adam and Eve.
It's not good for a man to be alone.
Yeah, so I was like,
Okay.
looking at the plan that I had in future, I was like, it's high time so that I should look for a companion who is suitable for me, so that we can put our minds together for the
Yeah,
in
2 years
search
are
of-
better than
yeah,
one. After you got married now, how was life turned around? Because I know life is different. When you are single, it's something different. And when you
Exactly.
get married, it's also different. Those singles that are saying, me, I can manage marriage, they don't know because they don't have experience. So now,
I know they
listen from Mr. Davison, who is married. He's able now to tell you what is there. So tell us, how was your
Exactly.
life changed after you got married?
First of all, sir, when I lost my GC, by then, financial discipline is very much important in life.
Yeah, very.
So I used to get a 2,000 from God World, and I used to keep 700 every month.
Your salary was increased, or you changed company?
So the salary was increased.
Oh yeah, that's good.
The salary was increased.
Meaning you were doing a good job.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the salary was increased. Yeah, so I was keeping a 700 every month because I wanted to relight. I also wanted to at least to have a capital to start my own business.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sure. I kept more than, I think 12,000 if I'm not mistaken. 12,000. So the other money I had to take that money to school so that I should light my GC. Then the other money I had to start my own business. So my business was going well. My business grew to an extent whereby I started with a profit of 7,000 because I was learning a bush by then to 25,000. Sure.
How many months?
2 years. For 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
You were able to grow from 7,000 to 25,000. Wow. So this time around you were married now.
I wasn't married. That's when I said, no, I think let me just now look for a companion.
Because now you have
at least the source of income.
Okay, but what about your mom and dad now this time around? Were you able to help them or you forgot them?
No, I was helping. Looking at the story that we had back there, so I was like, I was trying to help there and then. Because as I'm saying right now, I even bought a plot for my mom. They are building, yeah.
That's great.
Sure.
Wow.
I had to buy plot for my mom to say, no, I think it's high time. We had to sit down with my brother. Say, no, I think this little money that we are able to find, let's sit down with mom so that at least we can buy a land for her.
Wow.
Sure. That's what happened.
That's great. Guys, don't forget your parents. Any little that you're making, please let it go back there.
Sure. And then the same it says, don't forget where you are coming from.
Yes.
It's very much important.
Yeah.
The foundation.
That's great, Mr. Davison.
Thank you, sir.
So, how supportive is your wife when it comes to whatever you are doing?
There's this saying which says, marry your type.
Yeah.
I'm a believer. I'm a God-fearing man. So I married my type.
Okay.
So my wife, she's very supportive. I think she's a blessing to me.
Wow.
She's helping, 100% supportive. She's the woman that I prayed for.
Wow.
So my wife, wherever you are, just know that I love you.
Wow.
Thank you so much for your care and sacrifice. You're very supportive. She's very supportive.
I love that.
She's a blessing. Exactly. She's a blessing.
You got me there. Okay. What next did you do with that money?
What I did with that money, first of all, I had to get married. That's when now I decided now to get married. So where marriage is concerned,
There's some spending.
there are some expenses and so forth.
Yeah.
Not until that capital was reduced from 25,000 to 10,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sure. You know, expenses and so forth.
But it was still able to sustain.
Exactly.
Wow.
Looking at how business was by then, when you open a booth, when that business was just grooming, you know, we used to make a lot of profit.
Yeah, I
Sure,
think it's different from today's business, because today everywhere there's a booth.
Yes, it's totally different.
This time around, enjoy you, my
Yeah.
guys. Even those they have SIM cards, my foreigners.
The foreigners, No, I think by then foreigners were our customers.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the customers. I think
they never had SIM cards, those ones.
They never had SIM cards, yeah, because they were. I think they were a little bit afraid. They never knew how the business was working by then.
Oh yeah.
They had no knowledge about that business.
All right. I see. Okay, so Mr. Davison, now take us to the part of your story where you were broken, where you feel in this life that was your dark era, or that was your moment that you cannot forget even up to date.
No, sometimes when you recall what happened back then, you know, my darkest moment was the time when I had to lost the capital that I had for my business. Because you know, as the days goes on, that 10,000 that I remained with, it grew to 65,000.
Oh wow!
Sure, to 65,000. I used to buy fish from Mozambique, and I used to go and sell them to kasumbalesa, whilst my wife was on the bush.
Oh wow! Wow.
Sure.
That was a very good strategy.
Yeah, that was a very good strategy. You know what I said in my preamble? I said I wanted, when I decided to marry, I wanted a woman whom we are going to fight life with together.
Yeah.
You know, you get a point. So that at least we should push in search of greener pastures. Exactly.
So how did you lose that capital now?
So now what happened was, you know, I trusted some friends. You get a point, because I had to leave my wife with the 10,000. Then I had to go with 55,000 to Mozambique to order some fish. So what happened there, when we ordered those, I think I stayed in Mozambique for 1 month, if not mistaken, 1 month and some days. So from there, I had to call my friends from Lusaka to say, let's know, I think I'm done with the process. So let's meet in Kasumbalesa. So these guys that I trusted, I worked with them, I think for 6 to 7 months. By then, they are good friends of mine. Yeah. So now what happened was, because they used to sell fish from Kasumbalesa. Once they sell, and they used to send money to me whilst I'm home. Because, you know, I used to get tired in Mozambique. You know, I used to stay there, I think, for some months. I mean, sleepless nights and so forth. You know, it's very difficult. I think those people understand how the business of fish is, more especially when you follow that business to the source. You know, you find that sometimes in Zamba shock and so by Zaptiz and so forth. So I used to have sleepless night. So there are some guys, some friends that I trusted with this business. So those guys, they were in Kasumbalesa. Once they sell those fish, then they will send the money back. So what happened? You know, there's that saying, you know, so I don't know what these guys were thinking. You get a point. So that some intentions of, I think, stealing from me.
Oh.
Yeah. I told them to say, no, there's this strike that is coming. So please make sure that you are there, you are available, so that you sell. So now what happened was, once the truck reached in Kasumbalesa, they received that truck, then they had to sell the fish. So I called them to say, are you done? When you are done, please send the money. They were like, no, we'll send the money tomorrow because it's late. No, since I trusted them, I was like, okay, not a problem. In the next morning, I waited. They didn't send. I was like, let me try to call them to see what is happening from these guys. So I called them, the phone was off. I was like, how come? Okay, let me wait. Maybe they're charging the phone and so forth. And that was on 12 hours. I called them again, the phone was off. So like now, what is happening?
Mm.
So now I decided to get the money now from that 10,000 that my wife
Was
using for business. I get some transport. So let me go and check what is happening from there. So I went to Kasumbalesa and I had to look for these guys. They were nowhere to be found. Sure. They were nowhere to be found. So now I tried to talk with some of my friends from there. They're like, no, we saw these guys yesterday entering in Lubumbashi. That's in Congo. Yeah, in Congo. So entering in Lubumbashi. So now Lubumbashi is very big. So like, no, where am I going to find these guys? So that's how these guys, they stole my 55,000 for business. Sure. And that 55,000, I was like, I told my wife to say, I'm going to invest this 55,000 so that at least I should change the business. It was very risky in Mozambique back then. My friend, I lost some of my friends. When you are crossing the river.
Oh, the storm in the water.
Yeah, that storm in the waters. Sometimes it will bash the boat, and if you don't know how to swim, you die from there. So I lost some of my friends from there. So it was very risky. Yeah, sure. So I told my wife, I'm going to, invest this 55,000. Then from there, I will change the business. Sure.
That is truly breaking.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's truly breaking. So now, when you did not find these guys, what next did you do?
So what I did was, I was very devastated.
Yeah.
Very devastated. That was the only source of income that I had. What happened? I used to, misuse that money, that capital. I never accepted the situation. You get a point. I was in the situation but I couldn't accept what happened. I couldn't believe to say, no, this can't happen. So what happened was, I used to get that same 10,000 and to go back to Kasumbalesa in search for these guys, to still check for them. So not until we reached an extent whereby I used to get loans and so forth. It was very devastating situation. I even reached an extent whereby suicide was the only solution. Suicide was the only solution. So life was very pathetic.
Yeah. Not
until that 10,000 was gone. So now my wife wasn't working. I wasn't working. We don't have the source of income. That situation. So we had to shift from 3-bedroom house to 1-room house. Get a point.
Life is funny sometimes.
Yeah, to 1-room house. At least that way. We just accepted the situation. Though, as for me, it wasn't easy. But my wife was there to support me and comfort me. So that at least there's this God who is in heaven, is the God of second chance. Maybe in the near future, He will open another door for you. So my wife believed in me. She believed that there's something that God prepared ahead of us.
So when you said, let me take you back a little bit.
Sure, sir.
When you said your wife is supportive, I wanted to doubt it.
Okay.
But now I can believe that, yeah, indeed she is supportive, because in that situation, men, women, especially these women of today, I think she wouldn't stay back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you said she managed and she comforted you until you are now here.
Exactly. Again. She stood with me. She prayed for me.
She's a blessing. Flowers.
She's a blessing.
Yeah, she deserves her flowers.
She's a blessing.
Yeah, there are very few. Very few.
Sure.
If not zero. There are very few.
Sure.
So you were taken down from 65,000 to zero.
To zero. From 65,000 to zero, to nothing. To nothing.
That's very bad.
It was very bad.
Yeah, that's very bad. This is the Broken to Believe podcast, guys. Don't forget, my guest today is Mr. Davison Mvula, and I am your host, Lebby. So we are talking about his story, and now we are at the point where he was broken and he believed that there is God. Mr. Davison, I know for sure that if your wife wasn't there for you during that period, like as you said your only solution or the only thing that you were thinking about was taking your own life.
Yes, it's talking about
I'm very sure that you would have taken your own life by then if you were not married. If you had no wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been here by this time around. So
Hmm.
now, because of our prayers, because of our encouragement, that's the reason why there's Mr. Davison today.
So what advice would you give to these women today, especially those that are married? What should they do to their husbands when we enter into such calamities? Because life is unpredictable. You can't know what is coming tomorrow. Today you might be there, then tomorrow you're down. Even Job in the Bible was hit by these problems that he never knew where they were coming from.
Exactly.
And we all know what the wife did. And now, for Mr. Davison's different story,
it was a different story.
Yeah, he's saying his wife was so comforting. So, what advice would you give to our women out there today?
My advice, more especially to those who are married, the Bible says that it's not good for a man to be alone. Let me make a companion who will be suitable for him.
Mm-hmm.
You get the point. So a woman is a blessing in her husband's life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a woman is the blessing. Despite the situation that your husband is going through, pray for him.
Wow.
You know, there are a lot of things that usually happens. Pray for them, encourage them to say it's never too late. This God, the God of provision, despite what you are going through, He will definitely make a way for you. So be their blessing in their lives, because men, they usually go through a lot. Some men, they won't even tell you. So at least be there for them, be their helper, encourage them, comfort them. So sometimes a man might come back from work, reach home. You know, sometimes he can't even talk to you. I think there are those women, sir, sometimes they'll start shouting at you, like, no, why are you quiet? So today don't talk to me. At least if your man is in that situation, try to find out from my husband what's going on.
Respectively.
Yes. So you know what's the problem. You try to find out from them. Then if a man opens up, pick it up from there. Mind you, it's not everyone. It's very difficult for us men to open up.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Sometimes I think my wife, she might look down on me and so forth.
Yeah.
So be a blessing. So once you become a blessing in your husband's life, then you see that your man will have a lot of things to tell you about.
Wow.
Exactly.
So guys, you have heard. Women, you have heard.
Exactly.
Please come near. We want to open up to you, but maybe sometimes you don't have the capacity to keep what we have in our hearts.
Sure.
That's why our life sometimes is difficult. Yeah. So next episode, I think we'll hold the woman here so that they defend themselves as to why they take us like that. Because some women, for sure, they'll just come and just piss you off because you are quiet or because you are just on your phone. They don't know what is going through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So please make sure that you be a blessing in our lives.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Mr. Davison,
yes, sir.
That was a very dark moment for
Indeed.
you.
Indeed.
And I want you to tell us what you came to believe. What is it that you believed to say, yeah, indeed, even if I'm broken, there is always a way out. And how did you get to believe that way?
It's God.
It's only God.
It's only God.
Okay.
Because, you know, once you believe in God, there's nothing that God cannot do.
Wow.
There's absolutely nothing that God cannot do. Because, you know, like I said in my preamble, that we had to shift from 3-bedroom house to 1-room house.
Yes.
You know, it was in a situation whereby, by the encouragement of my wife, we started praying together, believing God that God would open another door for us. So by God's grace, God had to open another door for us. Somebody called us. I think it was around 17 hours. By then, it was on Friday to say, "Is Mr. Davison around?" It was my wife who picked up the phone. Like, yeah, he's around. Say, no, give him the phone. I want to talk to him. Say, no, Mr. Davison, there's an opportunity at this company that I cannot mention right now. You can start working from there. You can pick it up from there. So that's by the encouragement of my wife and by the prayers that we used to pray, by the faith that we had in God. God opened another door for us, whereby a destiny helper came to our lives to rescue us by the grace of God.
Wow.
So now what I believe is that what I know is that there is this God in heaven. No matter the situations of life, no matter the circumstances of life, no matter the battles that you might be facing right now, once you believe in God, God always opens a door for you. Like what God did for us.
Wow. That's great.
Sure, sir.
So believing in God is something good, huh?
Believing in God is very much important.
Okay.
I know some people, in this life, people are going through a lot. Some of them, they are liking somebody to encourage them. They are liking advisors. They have committed suicide. We've lost people.
Yeah, that's true.
But my only encouragement, more special to our viewers right now, is that believing in God is very much important. Once you believe in God, this God will meet you at the point of your need.
Wow.
Because the Bible says, "Come, my children, come, let us reason together. Even though your sins they are laid as blood, they shall be white as snow."
Wow.
So once you believe in God, God will definitely open the door for you.
Let me just read out again in Psalm 91 verse 11. I just want to stress this point where the Bible says, God will put his angels in charge of you to protect you wherever you go. This means it doesn't matter the location where you are now. It doesn't matter the situation you are in right now. Everywhere, anytime, anywhere, God is able to protect you through sending his holy angels.
Sure.
So please, when you are broken in life, remember there is always God who has sent his angels there to protect you.
If this God did it for me, he can also do it for you. He
can also do it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, please don't take your life because of problems. These problems will come and go. It's more like a fog. Fog can be there for a little time, but it will definitely go away.
Exactly.
So please, if Mr. Davison did it, you can also do it.
Exactly.
Just believe in God.
Sure.
Wow. This is great. So, tell us now, after you shifted to that one-roomed house and you got a new job, how was it now taking a step again from zero when you were somewhere?
Sure.
How did it sit with you? Was it even comfortable with you?
I think what has killed a lot of our brothers and sisters right now is because they have failed to accept the situation. I think that's the reason why we've lost some of our brothers and our sisters out there.
Yeah.
Because as for us, so it was a different story. No, we accepted the situation.
Wow.
By the help of my wife and by the special grace of God. So we accepted. So it happened. It also happened to Job, because Job was a very good example to us.
Yeah.
You get a point. So we accepted the situation like, okay, it happened. So what are we going to do? Let's start from there. By the special grace of God, we don't know what God has prepared ahead of us.
Wow.
So is the easiest way was the acceptance. So we accepted the situation.
Okay.
Sure.
So what about people? Were not they talking about you, and were not they gossiping about the situation that you were in? And how did you take that? Was it even possible for you? Did you even continue talking to people in that situation?
It was, I can't say it was an easy thing. It was very difficult.
Yeah.
It was very difficult. People always be people talk and so forth. So it wasn't an easy thing, but by the special grace of God. That's the reason why in our situation, God was there. You get a point. So people used to talk, people used to laugh at us and so forth. But at the end of the day, since we already accepted the situation, we were like, no, let them talk. because that's how people are. When you do good things, people always talk. When you do bad things, people always talk. When you dress, people always talk. When we walk naked, people always talk. So people will always be people. So in our situation, we said, despite the situation that we are going through, God, may you be our guider, may you be our protector, may you pave a way for us.
Wow.
Sure, sure.
That's great. Actually, I heard someone saying people will always talk. No
Yes,
matter what
indeed,
you
people always talk. No matter what you do, people will always talk.
So there is a brother out there and a sister who are afraid of doing other things because they think people will not see me to be normal. People,
Exactly.
please, that will kill you. That mentality will kill you because people will always talk.
Exactly, people always
Even
talk.
when you are dead, people will still talk.
Exactly.
So please take a step. Take that step and it will take you somewhere.
Sure, sure.
A journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with one step.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so after you started your new job now, how was life? Did that job change your life for the better, or you remained constant, or maybe you were going down again?
No, we are still pushing.
Okay.
As for now, I can't say life is better. I can't say life is bad. At least we are maintaining by the special grace of God.
Okay.
We are maintaining.
So you are still working for that same company even up to now?
Exactly. I'm
Oh,
still
wow.
working under the same company.
Oh wow, wow.
So from there, I just worked for, I think, for a few days. Then I was promoted.
Oh wow.
Sure.
That's great. So what year was that when you lost the money in kasumbalesa?
That was 2021.
2021,
Sure,
just
sure.
recently.
Just listen to 2021.
That was too bad.
Indeed.
Too so, bad. Mr. Davison, thank you for sharing your story with us. It is our pleasure. And I know that even the viewers here will be encouraged. Some of them who are going through a lot, they are even planning suicide. I know that you have heard this story. So if you go ahead and execute that plan of self self-denial, or maybe committing suicide, then you are not just serious with life. See, a lot of us are going through a lot. It's not only you. That's number one thing that you have to know. Whenever you are going through a situation, a lot of people are going through that same stuff.
Exactly.
It can't be you alone. Even the Bible says it to say he cannot tempt you with something beyond your capacity.
Exactly.
You always make a way out.
Sure,
that is God.
Sure,
so
sure.
The podcast is broken to believe, B2B in short. So this broken to believe, it means you have to be broken. That's when you can believe that is God.
That is God.
So Mr. Davison here has just shared with us a very beautiful story when he was broken and he believed in God, and he is still believing even up to today, to say God is always there and he always makes a way.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Maybe you have some words to tell our people before we even end this conversation.
Thank you, sir. I think in my conclusion, if you are undergoing a similar situation like the situation that I went through, just believe that there is God. And some of you, maybe you are not married, please look for somebody that you can open up to. Share your story with them, then they'll pick it up from there. Open up to them. You know, this issue of keeping something on our own, we've lost our brothers, we have lost our sisters. So share whatever situation that you're going through. Share to your friends, share out to your best friend, share out to your family so that they can help you out. Or believe in God. No matter the situation that you are going through, believe in God. The Bible says that those who believe in God, they will never be disappointed. Like us.
Wow.
God has never disappointed us. Even though we lost money, life was pathetic, but God has been there for us.
Wow.
And this same God will also be there with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Davison. It was my pleasure hosting you.
It was my pleasure.
We look forward to, again, hearing more from you. If we happen to have a chance again, we'll call you back. We still need you to encourage our people out there.
Thank you so much.
So Don't forget, it was the Broken to Believe podcast. Remember to share, remember to comment, remember to react, so that at least this channel can grow and a lot of people will get to hear this information. This
Sure.
is a golden information that is not just found anywhere. It is there to help you. Thank you very much.